Alright, hello everybody, doing this update pretty much to just try some new stuff out. So that is pretty much the whole reason I'm doing this live stream. That and we have some showers and maybe some thunderstorms maybe again in Marshall and Jackson counties. Not really a big deal with any of this. There is some gusty winds along it, however. Let's go ahead and let the chat catch up. I have noticed some gusty winds, but let's take a look at everything, see how we look. And chat still hasn't caught up yet, so let's see. Okay, can everybody let me know how well you can see the logo and how well you can see the banner, and overall, if anything looks weird, if everything looks good. This is kind of a test stream, but at the same time, it's not. We do see some gusty winds now, moving into Grant, Gurley, Pleasant Groves area. Nothing severe with any of this, though. Just some gusty winds, like 30, maybe 40. I think a little bit further south here, I'm seeing some higher gusts up in the 50s. And my lady is letting me see the stream. Let's see how it looks. I cannot even see it. Okay, so I mean, I guess that might need a little bit of adjusting, but it's not that bad. Got some thunderstorms here moving through Douglas area to the south, or to the north there, toward Albertville. There's some 40-mile-per-hour winds in there, 30 to 40. Not really, too big of a deal with it, but just want to test the stream out. Since I do have some new stuff on there and I'm trying it out. So let me know how it looks. If anything needs to be changed, maybe the logo down there looks a little bit funny and it needs to be made larger. Maybe the text looks funny. Just let me know, Let me know what you think. And I'll definitely adjust it if it needs to be adjusted. But this is just a test stream. And again, we do have some this strong cold front coming in. We'll go ahead and take a look at the forecast while we're at it. Since we've got everybody on here, we'll go ahead and take a look at some things. The good news is, though, the models have kind of backed completely off as far as it goes for any severe thunderstorms for the rest of March. We might just get by with nothing. The computer models have backed off a lot with that stuff, so there's a good possibility we could go the rest of March and not have any severe weather. Now, how nice would that be? And the models are looking a lot more favorable for that to happen. It's suppose having severe weather all the time, we could actually get by the rest of March possibly without any severe weather. However, April usually does come in pretty crazy. We'll have to keep an eye on that, see what happens. But the model's showing a lot better trend as far as it looks ahead. So that is some great news. I do hope it continues that way, and we can just get on by March and not have any more severe weather. I will gladly take it. But anyway, strongest part of the line is going to be going right across Marshall County there. It weakens out into Jackson County. You are getting some gusty winds and rain because that is a very powerful cold front, low pressure system coming in. So expect that winds to get up pretty gusty, maybe 20 to 30 miles per hour. As it passes, we are seeing a little cell down around Bluentsville that's a little bit stronger, some heavier rainfall with that, and also see some pea-sized hail. That one's heading kind of towards Sneed. Overall, though, not seeing a big deal with this. Let's take a look at the chat. Everything looks good. Okay. I do appreciate that. Does the logo look all right? Can y'all read the text inside the logo and all? Because on my end, it looks a little bit funny. I'm not so sure if it looks that way on your end. Maybe it's just my end. But it looks a little bit blurry on my end. So I'm not sure how it looks on yours. Anyway, let's get these models up, though. We'll have a look. As far as temperatures go, how cold we're going to get, and also if we'll have any snowfall with this system. I have not looked. So we're going to switch here in just a second. Let me get this set up. I hope everybody's having a great night. Just trying some new stuff out. Some stuff that my stream will do, and I had no idea it would even do it. So let me get composite up here. Okay, let's switch. I'll switch to view really quick. All right, let's take a look at the view. Let me resize all that. Click it out and open it back up again. Okay, I know everybody's going to want to know when this is going to happen, so let's go ahead and look at it. Of course, got this system coming in. First of all, let's take a look at the temperatures there, how cold they're going to get. Go with Fahrenheit, so let's run it on through here. There's our cold front coming in, and that is at 2 a.m. tonight. Looking on into Thursday, or that could be Friday. I know these models, they confuse the heck out of me. But lots of colder air, going to dive south, could get into the, freezing mark as we go into overnight Friday and into Saturday. Very, very cold temps. I even seen some 20s in there. It's going to get really, really cold. Let's look at the precipitation, if there is going to be any. Let's back it on up, and we'll look at that. That'll be with this passing system here. And it still wants to hold on to some snow, believe it or not. Still wanting to hold on to some snow. We will have to see if that happens. The blue actually being, snow, some heavier snow. So that is interesting. Lighter snow would be like the dark colors there. That's some flurries pretty much. And it is wanting to show some flurries around here. Maybe 3 p.m. today. I mean, it's 12:21 a.m. I didn't realize it was that late. So that's going to be interesting to see if that actually happens. But there is a possibility we could actually see some snow. So Quinn says it is a little blurry. Okay, so I know on my end it's a little bit blurry too. So I may have to do something with it. Maybe make it a bit bigger, or just maybe remove it. You guys tell me, does it look better with it or without it? And let me adjust this out. Does it look better without it and just have that going across the screen, or what do you guys think? That's what matters to me. So what do you guys think? Does it look better without it and maybe with it sitting like that? So what do you guys think? Let me know in the chat. We'll move back to radar. Sorry, Mike. Well, it ain't going to be much. I mean, it's not going to be a big thing, But yeah, what do y'all think? It was fine how it was? Okay. We can add it back. I'll have to, of course, get it to cooperate again. Back it up. And I need to turn that down. Okay, let's bring the logo back up. I can make it a little bit larger, but I don't want it taking up too much of the screen because, during severe weather, you don't want it taking the whole screen up and looking ridiculous. So I'm going to adjust it out there. What about that? Is that any better? I think I need to move it up a little bit. Okay, yeah, that doesn't look too bad, actually. So, just let me know what you guys think. If it's too big, I can always shrink it. We'll figure something else out. But I like to be able to see the logo and the naming around it because it's a little bit pixeled. I may have to do something with that image because it is a little bit pixelated. I may have to go into the files and redo the file on it and all that because it may not be a PNG file. I may have actually transported that one in there with a JPG, and that would be why it's a little bit pixelated. So we'll go and see what we can do with that later. But right now, let's take a look at the Doppler radar again. We're still tracking that's very strong cold front. So keep in mind, you're going to get some rain and a lot of wind with it. Good news, no rotation whatsoever with any of this. Didn't expect it to be, really. There is some gusty winds, however. I do see that on the radar. It is approaching, looks like Grant, moving through Woodville now, moving right on top of Grant right now on the latest radar scan. Don't pay attention to those bright, colors there that's showing up like 60 and 80. It's not correct. I'm going to say 20 to 30 miles per hour along this line here. It's about to enter into the northwest portions of DeKalb County. But as far as Jackson goes, there was some heavier rainfall now east of Pleasant Groves and Woodville. Nothing severe with any of this. Don't expect anything severe. It is actually supposed to weaken further east it goes, and it looks like it's actually doing that. I'm starting to see a break in the line now. So nothing severe with that at all. Just waiting till it passes through. No, you're going to note a very good gust of wind as it crosses over, and it's probably going to be pretty windy behind it too. But other than that, don't expect nothing severe with any of this. Other than some heavy rainfall, gusty winds. That's about it. So I wanted to do a test. Thanks so much, everybody. It's not blurry or anything on your side. That's great. The words look better at the very bottom. Looks good. I'm using Streamlabs. Just trying to read over everybody's comment. Thanks for watching. The blue is depends on what you're talking about. There's blue with the storms, and then there's blue that's kind of scattered out everywhere else. That's actually the radars. That's a false image there. It's kind of the radar reflecting back on itself. I think they call it ground clutter, I believe, if I ain't mistaken. There is, again, showers or storms going toward Boaz. No big deal with those. Douglas, Albertville, Guntersville, both, or all of them. Align with lines. I'm so sorry, I'm not understanding. If you're referring to this stuff here, I'm not sure if you're referring to all this. You know, that's just kind of a little bit of everywhere, like the whole screen here. That's just the ground clutters basically the radar is just reflecting back on itself. That's all you're seeing there. And it happens anytime you're close to a radar site. But the further out you go away from it, it goes away. It's something that happens at night on every radar site, pretty much. But if you're referring to this blue here, this is rain. All this blue here is very light rain. And then we got this line here, the yellow. There is some light. That's the kind of light to moderate mix. And then the red, of course, that's going to be the heavy rainfall. The pink, like that little pink dot that we just saw there. I don't know if you guys seen it, and I zoomed way too close to it. Let's back it out. I think it's going to be with that one. Anyway, there was a little bit of pink there. That's an indicator of hail usually. And I think I might know what else you're talking about. Let me see if it's showing up. Nope, it's not showing up. Okay, so those white lines that are going through there, that's kind of, extending out. I think I see what you're talking about. Those are tracks. If you're talking about these, yeah, if you're talking about these are storm tracks. And I'll show you what I mean by storm tracks. Let me get my other radar up and get it off of this live camera. That way I don't get copyrighted. Let's see. All right, so we'll look at it from another vantage point. Let me switch radars. And Radar Omega, the way I understand, they've got it updated. They got it fixed. It's not lagging anymore. So let's find out if it's lagging or not. That's going to be awesome if it's not. I love Radar Omega. Radar Scope is a lot more in depth, but I do like Radar Omega because it can do more, and you can also see more with it. Like such. This stuff will be, I think it's moving off. I don't know how fast it's moving off to the northeast. Let me get a better idea on it. Get rid of that track and pull this up here. It is moving to the northeast at 46 knots. So technically, let's get that up there. So, let's say, estimate 40 miles per hour. That track back up. I don't know why it did that. Okay. So, for instance, there's our track. That's just an idea. It's not exactly fully accurate. I didn't draw it perfectly, but yeah, it gives you an idea. Pretty much those are the radar tracks that's on Radar Scope versus the ones that's on Radar Omega. Radar Omega, I like it a lot better because you're actually able to draw it yourself, and it tells you an idea where everything's going to be if you guys can even see it. You guys cannot see it, so see if I can fix that. Now you can see it. But yeah, I used this one last time. It was lagging extremely bad, but it looks pretty good at this point. So it looks like this system here, and it's not severe. We're just testing everything out. It'll be in Rabbit Town in about 7 minutes, Albertville in 10 minutes. It's not moving fast. Corbinville, 13 minutes, Hustleville, 15, McVille, 17, Kilpatrick, 21 minutes, Painter, 22 minutes, and Rogers, same thing, 22 minutes, Whiten, 24 minutes, Five Forks, 25, Lathamville, same thing. Population, 37,775 people. Good Lord, that's a lot of people. Okay. Let's draw it out a little bit further. But yeah, I actually had someone reach out and they're like, "Do you know that the extra features that you're paying for every month, you're not even using those extra features?" And I'm like, "What extra features? You know, I know I'm paying $20 extra every month, you know, just to use Streamlabs, you know, because I use it on 2 different platforms." I'm like, "I thought that was just for the extra platforms." They're like, "No, it's got a lot of extra features with it. That's what you're paying for as well." I'm like, "Well, didn't know that." So yeah, that's what we're trying out. I found stuff I didn't even know we had. That would be bad if everybody got snowed in on spring break. That would just suck. Somerville, Georgia. All right. Oops. Nope. Didn't mean to put it in dual radar. Okay, Somerville. I know it's around in here somewhere. There it is. I was too far away. And our nearest radar is located. There is no way. And that radar is offline. Okay, let's do a track on it here. And it is moving kind of, looks like it's moving due east. So we'll just draw a straight track there to Somerville. It's moving off east at like 45 miles per hour. I think that was actually a little bit less than 45. All right, so Somerville, you ask? It'll be, this is estimated again. These are not exact times, it's estimated. Looks like it'll be around West Somerville, Georgia, in 72 minutes at this speed that it's going. It's not going very fast. So about 70 minutes from now, it'll be in Somerville, Georgia, give or take. Nope, don't do that. Go away. There we go. The data is older than 30 minutes. It's likely because the radar is offline. Yeah, that's got a lot to do with it. But yeah, it's dramatically weakening out. Goodness, did it again. That's what I was looking for. Sorry about that. Yeah, I see some gusty winds along the line and behind it. Definitely see some behind it. So, yeah, about 20 to 40, 30 miles per hour, I'll say, with it as it passes on through. It's really weakening out. So, okay, I don't want to leave everybody, you know, tied up on here for the rest of the night over this. So, nothing going on, nothing severe, just some rain, wind, maybe some thunder and lightning. And I have someone ask about Collinsville, so that gives me another excuse to use this track because I think it's awesome. And let me know how accurate you think it was. I'm of course not keeping up with the timing, but let me know how accurate you think it is. I estimated like an hour, maybe over an hour till it gets to Somerville. And for Collinsville, looks like it'll get in Collinsville in about, we'll say 30 to 42 minutes, because like I said, that's estimated. It's not right on the dot. So, and then again, it may be more accurate than I think it is. So let's track it to Crossville really quick. I really love messing around with this thing. Looks like it'll be in Crossville. It don't even say. Kilpatrick in 19 minutes. So it's really neat. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for letting me know everything is good on the stream. Yeah, Mike, it is coming your way, but it's not going to be doing very much. Like I said, just some wind, rain, maybe some thunder, lightning. That's it. But going to get ready to wrap it up here. Thanks for watching. God bless. Have a good night, everybody. And also, don't be surprised if you don't see some snow, maybe some flurries further north of us, possibly going through late Thursday into Friday if I looked at those models right. Hopefully I did, but I'm a little bit tired, so hopefully I looked at them correctly. But it looks like tomorrow evening, if not, I'm pretty sure tomorrow evening is what that showed. But going to get ready to wrap it up, everybody. Thanks for watching. Of course, I got to get rid of all this. Anyway, thanks for watching. God bless. Have a good night, everybody. And thanks for helping me out with this. I do appreciate it. Probably do a little bit of editing to it, make it look a little bit better. And probably, well, Mike, I'll be honest, trees fall when the wind ain't even blowing. I know it's been a sunny day and I've had a tree fall out here. So probably enough to make a tree fall, yeah. I mean, we got 19 miles per hour out of the southwest right now, and that's enough to blow a tree down. So, probably enough to blow a tree down. So, thanks so much. Have a good night, everybody. Appreciate everybody.